Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 59 on the Oyarifa project. Alright, so again, in your view, this is the 3D representation of the 7-bedroom house that we are putting up for our client. Okay, so a beautiful house, ground floor and the first floor. It comes with a beautiful roof and a pergola, beautiful balconies. Yes, so far so good. This is where we've gotten now. If you watched episode 58, I believe this is episode 59. Subsequently, we are heading towards the Gable works. You understand? And very soon you'll be seeing the roof trusses and the roofing sheet, the skylight, and all of that. So building is such a joy. When you want to build, I always say that first get your drawing. Once you get the drawing, okay, get the estimate. When you get the estimate, then you break it down. Make sure that you get at least half of the money to begin with. You understand? Yes, half of the money, so that they will start. By the time they exhaust the money that you've gathered, you've made provision for another 3 months of money. And so by the time they say they exhaust the other 3 months, another set of 3 months money is ready. And before you know, in the span of 1 year, you have completed your house. That is putting up the shell type. And then you get another quote for the completion aspect. Completion is very intense. And so again, you can make yourself about 6 months time, raise some capital, which you take care of some vital areas like the plumbing, piping, electrical piping, CCTV, and those necessities. You understand? Yes, let them do all those piping work. Put up your perimeter fence wall. Then this time you get your gate. Are you with me? Do the landscaping. You understand? You do the landscaping, and then they will do all the external plumbing works. Those things are very necessary. Once they are done with those ones, then you begin plastering. If you have to do a burglary bar and all of that. Why am I taking you through these steps? Most people, once they are done with the building, the next step they do plastering and all of that. No. You have to have a strategy. You understand? Because the most expensive ones are the tiling, the skimming of the walls, okay, painting, light fixtures and all of that. So you need to be very strategic, so that when it comes to the most difficult ones, you can again have some time, get wires, put it in there, get electricity so that you don't steal your wires. You understand? So that is the strategy I'm giving you. Here on the Oyarifa project, our architect is not happy because we've done what we call the cranking, okay? But at the end of the day, we had no choice. We have to do the cranking. This happened because when you're doing casting and you shake the columns, the columns then deviate from the grid line. So it is always important that once you're doing casting and you're shaking the column just so the concrete can settle at the bottom, always remember to position the pillar again to the grid line. Take a rope, take your spirit level, make sure they are in center. You understand? So here our architect is inspecting every stage of the project. Every stage we have an inspector inspecting the entire process. It is always important that you need to invest in an inspector who checks the progress of work, because you are investing money into something that you're going to move in for the rest of your life. So why don't you get someone inspected properly so the right thing is done? When that happens, you put yourself in a position where you move into a house maintenance free. You understand? Yes, at least for the next 5 to 10 years, you don't have to do any maintenance. But if you don't do that and you just leave it, you end up, doing maintenance just after you move in. You understand? Just after you move in, you begin to do maintenance, and which for me is not the best. You understand? It's not the best. So always focus on you getting the architect that designed the house, he needs to come from time to time. He's not going to be there every day, but from time to time, he will come and check the progress of work. So what you are seeing now is the after lintel, okay? And we develop a different method in doing the after lintel. So we are doing that because we are going to do what we call the gable works, or the roof beam. So where the windows are, the doors are the only areas we cast the lintel beam on the windows and the doors, so that we can increase the height one more time. So once we increase the height, then we're going to do a roof beam on all the block work. Are you with me? So as you can see, the lintel beams are only on the windows and the doors. And here there's a lintel beam. Okay, just the windows and the doors, we did a lintel beam. Are you with me? So this is kind of an additional cost though. Yeah, because you have to use iron rod for just this area. So where there's a door and a window, we just do a lintel beam. Where there's no door, we don't do any lintel beam. Like the back here, it's just the block work continuing. You understand? So we went up to almost about 12 courses or 12 courses of the block. And then once we are done, we introduce what we call a roof beam. So the beam now comes to sit on top. That is just like sandwiching, your bread. Yes. So this is exactly what we did. And this building, a lot has gone into it. A lot of eyes, vigorously inspecting it, making sure that everything falls within the dimension is exactly what was carried out. No shortcut anywhere. You understand? So as you can see, the windows, we did the lintel beams on them. Okay, yes, and then from there, we'll be moving on to the final stage, which is the roof beam. So one thing I have come across is that different architects have different methodology. Yes, working with different architects has actually broadened my horizon to learn more. Okay, and new ways and new norms of doing things the right way that can also save money. Okay, you can build your house and make sure that it is firm. And here we made sure that the iron rod, the quality cement and all of that, these were made to the highest level. Okay, they were made to the highest level, and the height of this room is so good that once you enter, you can see yourself that the space above you is twice of what you have down. Yes, just comparing your height, you can see that okay, your height is as twice above you than what you have at the bottom. You understand? Yes. All our plumbing pipes again are pressure pipes. Okay, strategically positioned for rain gutters because of the roofing sheet that we are going to employ. We are making sure that all the pipes are pressure pipes. Okay, they are pressure pipe. The block we are using is 6 inches hollow block for the first floor. In the ground floor, we use 6 inches solid. Okay, they are all quarry dust. You understand? The cement we're using is 42.5 R. Okay, 42.5 R. That is the type of cement that we are using. Okay, yes, and from here, in episode 60, you'll be seeing the final block work and then the roof beam as will come. For those who don't know about roof beam, it's just the same as the lintel. Okay, but this time the beam is going up a little bit. Why? Because we want to increase the height of the block work, and by so doing, if we do another lintel and then again we're going to do another lintel, that is a higher cost. So we only did lintels on the windows because we want to maintain the standard height of the windows. So the windows and doors are 8 feet. Those are the height of the door. The door height is 8 feet across board, so it will affect all the windows. So it was only those areas we cast lintels on. The other areas that there's no window, there's no door, the block work continues. You understand? The block work continued from there. So you can see, so far so good what has been done so far. So we just want to finish the block work, and then I'll be sharing with you the subsequent episode, the roof beam, and then following that with the roof trusses. Okay, yes. So far, I have in Oyarifa, Afienya, okay, and Afienya, I think I have 3 projects in Afienya. I'll be sharing that with you. And then Tema, we have the Mr. Achu's project, okay. And then we have the Asokwa project. A month room is uncountable. Thanks be to God. Our consistency, our faithfulness, our honesty has paid off, and the quality of work that we are doing. Okay, the quality of work that we are doing speaks volume, and for that matter, we are being rewarded with so many projects. Okay, so if you're out there and you need my services, again, my name is Mr. Bright Antonio. I am the CEO of B&C Constructions Limited. I prepare estimate for a fee starting $120, $150, $160, or even $200, depending on the size of the project. Okay, and once the estimate is done, usually it takes 3 weeks for the estimate, and once it is completed, it comes with a payment plan and every detail that you need to know. And then I will take you through the estimate. Once you approve the estimate, there's a payment plan, you make payment, and we begin construction for you. Okay, yes, take your time and study me, study all the videos, the project that we are working on. If you have any doubt, please reach out to me and I will explain all the details with you. We can do a video call, and yes, so that I can get to see you as well. Okay, yes, I want to see you. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye bye.